former San Antonio Spurs champion, foresees something in Victor Wembanyama's future that is complete insanity. And Jeremy Sochan is okay. We talk about that. We break down this San Antonio Spurs champions comments here on Spurs Digest with Keenan Warner. And I just want to say before we get going, thank you to everybody. We just hit the 500 sub mark in less than a month. I appreciate everybody who has hit that. If you haven't, come join the club. Come enjoy the San Antonio Spurs. Let's grow together. Let's enjoy the San Antonio Spurs together. On a little bit of a somber but thankful note, Spurs Jeremy Sochan not injured after he lost control of his vehicle during a car crash in San Antonio. Thankful that he is A-okay. Of course, he has big plans for this upcoming season, but none of that actually matters right now. When it comes to this, obviously, his health and well-being, it comes first and foremost, of course, and I'm just very glad that he is okay. That right there is a picture of a car that has surfaced. If you've seen it, it's a green 2019 Porsche 911. It roughly runs 240 unless obviously there's any alterations to it. Jeremy Sochan has himself a nice car. Hopefully he can get that fixed. And some of the reports that this came in through, I believe this was what was reported and what came through when the crash happened. It said Sochan he was headed SB at the listed location when he lost control of his vehicle, crashed into the left side guardrail bridge. EMS services were refused. TX was contacted and updated on the list of damages. Sochan was the only vehicle involved in the listed incident. And we couldn't be more happy that he is the only person that would have been involved. We don't want anyone else's life being in the balance at all there. And then we're very glad that he is okay. Needed to get that out there. Prayers up to Jeremy Sochan. We're very happy that you are okay, and we love to see you going forward. This season is going to be a big one for you. It's going to be a big one for the San Antonio Spurs, but there's some comments we need to address now. Robert Horry, two-time champion with the San Antonio Spurs, overall a 7-time champion, foresees Wembanyama being linked to the Lakers if the Spurs are still struggling to be competitive. There's so much here that I understand what he's saying. We're going to go through this real quick, and then I'll break all of this down. You always hear anybody that's the next star, regardless of who they are, is always going to be connected with the Lakers. Like you said, we talked about it with Giannis a few years ago. I don't fully remember us really in-depthly talking about Giannis to the Lakers. I heard more of Giannis to the Warriors than anything. That was me, and that was towards the point where, like, okay, they already got KD. They have the pieces. They could possibly get Giannis there, and obviously Giannis signed his long contract. Now it's Luka's turn. I see zero of Luka being linked to the Los Angeles Lakers because there is no need for him to be there. He is happy in Dallas. They've got pieces around him. They just got Clay. They just went to the finals. They lost to a Celtics team that has been ready for this moment for a while after they have lost in the finals, gotten to conference finals. This team is going to be good for years, and Dallas loves Luka, and he seems to love Dallas. If he was going anywhere, he'd be pairing with Jokic somewhere. They seem to be best friends. At some point down the line, hell, it's going to be Wemby. Give it 2-3 seasons, especially if the Spurs aren't doing anything or Wemby may not be happy. You're going to see his name connected to the Lakers, all in on Wemby. So he's not wrong as the Lakers are going to be all in on Wemby because all 30 teams, including the Spurs, will always be all in on him because he is a generational talent, an alien, someone we've legitimately never seen that tall, that long, that skilled at that position in the NBA ever. So he is right when he says that. But Goes on, sometimes it takes many years for teams to get back to a competitive level. That is very true. Wembanyama said last season, I don't have any doubt. Wemby doesn't have any doubt they're going to get back to a competitive level. Why? Because he's on the roster. And if he's on the roster, other people are going to want to be there. San Antonio, great place to live. They have a great organization. He can attract free agents there, being such a pivotal piece. And the last thing before I go and break this down, there was an interview done with Aubrey Crespo Mara, sorry if I butchered that name, with Victor Wembanyama right before the Olympics this season. And then there was a report article by Mickey right here. It says, fortunately, he landed in a city that respects his privacy. This is talking about Wemby liking to be a private, he likes to read his fiction books. He likes to kind of not be in the lovely limelight, which is another reason why LA is crazy. But Wemby mentioned how special San Antonio is, noting that his relationships with fans and locals feels genuine. From the first year there, it's clear that the bond is real, helping him stay grounded. Yes. So, first point of order there alone. He likes his peace and quiet. The city of LA is not that. Why would he want to go there? That's one. Two, you're right. People like Giannis, whatever, they might be linked there, which would have been crazy if so. The only reason why they would have been linked there is because LeBron was there and during that time. But yeah, you're right. Before, you saw Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you've seen Shaq, you've seen Wilt Chamberlain went there late in his career. You've seen all of these guys want to play in Los Angeles. You know when that was? When the great Jerry Buss was there. Not Jeannie Buss, not Rob Pelinka, not how this organization runs now. This organization hasn't done anything great over the last 15 years. Yes, I understand they have LeBron James. He chose them. LeBron was going anywhere he so chose, and he decided to go there. Business ventures, kids' school, obviously one kid going to USC, prep school out there. He wanted to be in LA. That's why he's there. Clutch client, clearly. Rich Paul, LeBron James. They want Anthony Davis. They're going to push for Anthony Davis. And what LeBron wants at times is going to be what happens. Clearly, Anthony Davis was the move. You trade Lonzo, you trade Brandon Ingram, you get rid of picks, you get Anthony Davis, you get the bubble championship out of it. So it does work out. But it wasn't like they were the ones really pulling the strings there. If LeBron didn't want Anthony Davis would not be in LA. That is just plain and simple. Otherwise, what have they done over the last 15 years? The last thing they did was Kobe Bryant complaining and being like, I want out. And they're like, no, we want you. Let's go get Pau Gasol and let's go try to get a three-peat. They ended up getting two. They lost to the Celtics in the first run. But the Lakers are a bad organization. One. That's two. Wemby doesn't want to be in chaos. That was one. Three, why would he leave this area? They're great with international players. We know. Obviously, we've Tim Duncan, Manu, Tony Parker. You've seen players like Patty Mills, Marco Bellinelli. Their list goes on and on. Thiago's legitimately great with international players. The area is welcoming. He would not leave there, and they're going to do anything in their power, that is San Antonio, to build around Victor Wembanyama. None of that makes sense. I understand his premise that big stars get linked to New York, LA because they're big stars. But in this case, it is absolutely ridiculous. There is no reason why Wemby would want to go there. There is no need for him to go there. And anyone who wants to play with him will come to him. And the San Antonio Spurs have the cap space, the pieces, the picks, and anything they want to do to make that get done. Why would he want to be in the chaos of LA? There's no need, there's no reason, and he does not want that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about these claims or what Robert Horry does foresee in the future. Do you think that is possible, that there will be Wemby to LA push? Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate all of you. This has been Spurs Digest with Keenan Warner, and I will see all of you guys very soon.